Okay, let's take a look at a couple of examples from section G6, looking at trapezoids and kites. Here we have a trapezoid. Actually, we have an isosceles trapezoid. Angle C is 65 degrees. What are the measures of the other three angles? Well, because it's an isosceles trapezoid, this angle and that angle are congruent. Also, that angle and that angle are congruent. So this one and this one would be the same, so angle F would be 65 degrees. These two angles are going to be supplementary because the lengths of the sides are, or the sides are actually parallel. So these would be same side interior angles. So we just have to take 180 minus 65, and I'll grab my calculator and make sure we do that correctly here. 180 minus 65 gives me 115 degrees. So I know that that's 115 degrees for angle D. And since angle E is the same, that's also 115 degrees. QR is the midsegment of trapezoid LMNP. Find X. So I know that if I average both of these together, I will get this. So basically, I'm going to add together 4x minus 10 plus 8, and then divide that by 2. That's going to give me XR, which is, or QR, which is x plus 2. So I could do it a couple of ways. Why don't I just go ahead and multiply both sides by 2? That'll give me 4x, and I'll combine that at the same time. Minus 2 equals 2x plus 4. So that's just, I just did two things. I combined those to give me my 4x minus 2, and I multiplied this side by 2. Both of those I distributed. So now solving, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. That gives me 2x minus 2 equals 4. If I add 2 to both sides, 2x would equal 6, and if I divide by 2, x would be 3, which means that segment would be 5, that segment is 8, and if I plug 3 in there, 12 minus 10 is 2, so this would be 2, 5, and 8, and of course, 5 definitely is the average of 2 and 8. And the last question would be, here's a kite, find the three unknown angles. The one thing true about a kite is that the diagonals will bisect each other, are perpendicular to each other, so therefore this is a right angle, so angle 1 is 90 degrees. I also know that this angle is bisected, so angle 3 and 52 would be congruent, so angle 3 would be 52. And because I have a triangle here, that's a right triangle, I simply have to take 52 from 90 to get angle 2. So 90 minus 52 would be 38 degrees. So there's our measurements for that particular kite, and there's our notes.